Hello everyone, I am Sudipta. Welcome you all to my channel CAD Tutorials. Today we are going to start part 14 of our complete AutoCAD tutorial course. And today's topic is layer. Layer is so much important in modern drawings that we cannot think of a drawing without layer. To give an idea about layer, I am going to show you this file. Here I have drawn a boundary within which I am going to create a drawing of stop valve. Suppose this boundary is drawn on a paper, and after drawing this, we will attach a transparent plastic sheet over this drawing, and within this boundary we will draw the main drawing. I am going to show you by switching on the layer. So you see, this is the drawing which we have drawn on the plastic sheet attached with the paper having the boundary area. Now again we are going to attach another transparent plastic sheet properly over this and going to give dimension on this drawing. So the figures will be like this. Now I am going to attach another transparent plastic sheet over this drawing and going to draw hatches, and then our drawing will be like this. As all the transparent sheets are on the boundary area and fixed properly one upon another, so if we see through it, we will see our drawing like this. And then we draw the center lines on another transparent plastic sheet. Now I am going to switch on the center lines, so the drawing becomes like this, and then we will write the text on another transparent plastic sheet fixed over this. These each and every plastic sheets on which we have drawn first the main drawing, then dimensions, then hatches, then the text, then the center lines. From this set of plastic sheets, if we remove any one, suppose the plastic sheet having the dimensions, then the drawing will be without dimension. The idea of layer is like this. These plastic sheets may be called as layers. Now you are interested to know how to create these layers. For that I am going to another file here, part 14. Here we will create layers and then we will draw applying these layers. For creating layers, I will go to the layer panel here. It is layer panel, and in layer panel I am going to layer properties. Click. Now you see layer properties manager dialog box appeared. Here you see 4 buttons are there. The first one is for creating new layer. We can also type Alt plus N to create new layer. I am going to click here using my cursor. Click. Here you see layer 1 is showing. That means a layer is created. Now I am going to remove this name layer 1, which is by default, and going to type drawing. Then I am clicking outside and going to click on it. Again new layer. Here I am giving name dimension. Next I am going to create another layer which will be with name center line, and then another layer hidden line, Now I am going to the layer drawing, clicking on it. Here you see a button like bulb. It is on off, and then freeze, then lock, then plot, and then color. If we want to give color to our drawing, I have to select color from here, clicking on this click, and here I am selecting yellow color for our drawing. So whatever we will draw will be drawn with color yellow. Then dimension. I am going to give a color to our dimensions green. Okay. Then center lines, I am going to give color cyan. Okay. Next hidden line, I am going to give color blue. Okay. Now in hidden line, you see line type. Here it is written line type. Line type is continuous. So I want to change it to hidden line, clicking on the text continuous, and from here we can select the line type. I am going to select hidden, then OK. So here hidden is chosen. Now I am going to center line. Here I am going to click on this continuous and going to select center line here from the list, and then OK. So line type is also chosen. If I want our center line thick, that means I want to increase the line weight of the center line, then I have to select here, click, and from this dialog box we can select the line thickness, that is line weight. I am taking 0.3 here, click OK. So for center line I have taken thickness 0.3, line weight increased, and for hidden also I am going to select a line weight, clicking here on the line weight button, click. Here also I am taking thickness 0.3 millimeter. Okay. Now I am going to close this. I can select this cross button for closing this dialog box, or I can click the button here, auto hide. If I click it, it will become a bar, and I can place it at the left hand side. If I click, it will auto hide, and if I move my cursor here, it will be open. I am removing my cursor from here and clicking outside, it will auto hide. Now I am going to draw a drawing. For that I have to activate our layer from this layer tool, clicking here on this down arrow, click, and from this list I am going to select the drawing layer showing here, click. Now I am going to draw a circle. Going to select the circle tool here, center radius, clicking here, taking a point here for center point, and giving radius by mouse click here, click. And now I am going to select another circle, click here, taking center point here and clicking here, click. Now I want to draw the center lines. That's why I am going to select the layer, and I am going to click on the down arrow here, click, and going to activate the center line layer. That's why I am selecting the center line layer, click. Now you see here it is being shown center line. Now see the effect. I am going to draw line, click line tool, and with the help of O track I am drawing a line. I am switching on ortho mode and clicking here, pressing enter, though I have drawn the center line, it is not visible. If I zoom on it, now the center line is visible. So I have to increase the scale, and that's why I am selecting this center line and then pressing Ctrl 1 to bring the properties toolbar. From here, I am going to increase the line type scale. Here, line type scale, selecting it and deleting 1 and typing value, suppose 7, then pressing enter. Now you see our center line is visible. We can understand that it is a center line. Going to draw another line here to the center point, and now this line also is not visible. To solve this problem, I am going to use match properties tool. I'm going to click on match properties. Then I have to select the source object. This is the source object. Click on it and then select the destination object. Click on it. So it is done. Next, I am going to the layer hidden line. Suppose I have to draw another circle inside it, which will be with hidden line. So going to circle tool, selecting the center here and clicking here. Click. This line also is not showing, though it is with hidden line. I have to increase the scale here, selecting it, pressing Ctrl 1, and from here line type scale I am going to increase 10. Now hidden line is visible. Then I am going to apply dimension on it. For that, going to change the layer dimension I have activated. Now I am going to give dimension to this, again for this, for this. So I have given dimension, but according to our dimension style, our dimension text size and arrow size are very little. If we want to modify, we have to go to dimension style manager, click here, then I have to go to modify, and here in the fit, use overall scale, it is 1. I am going to change it to 5, then OK, then close. So you see our dimension size is increased. Now I am going to give another dimension here. Suppose this length I am going to show. So we have applied all the layers we have created. Now if I switch off the dimension layer, let us see what happens. To switch off the dimension layer, I am going here, this is the dimension layer, and clicking on this turn a layer open button, clicking here, click. Current layer will be turned off because we are at present in dimension layer. So if we turn off the current layer, I have to click here. Now you see we have turned off the dimension layer, pressing enter. Here you see the layer properties here showing it is turned off. The bulb became blue. Now suppose I want to draw a rectangle. Going to select rectangle tool and drawing a rectangle here. I have already clicked a point here and going to take another point here. You see nothing is drawn. Then I am going here click, and going to switch on the dimension layer, turn on the dimension layer, click here. You see the rectangle is drawn, but as we were in a layer which was turned off, so the drawing was not visible. Again I am switching off dimension layer, turn off the current layer off. I am clicking here. Now I am going to switch on dynamic input mode, click here in the status toggle bar, then going to circle tool, and here you see we have to specify the center point of the circle, so I am clicking here. Now you see the circle is showing. I am going to give radius 400, 400, then pressing enter. But as soon as the circle is drawn, it is hidden. To check, I am going to switch on the dimension layer, click here, and you see our circle is drawn, but it was not showing. So when a layer is switched off, we can draw something, we can enter in this layer, but these things will not be visible. If we try to delete, we cannot delete. Let us see. Now I am going to erase tool and selecting the circle and the rectangle which was here, clicking on that and then pressing enter. Then going to switch on dimension, but they are not deleted. So when a layer is switched off, we cannot edit anything inside it, but we can add objects to this layer. We can enter in this layer. Now I am going to the third option, lock. So I am going to click on this lock button, click, and you see color is changed. It has become blue. So the layer is locked. So see the effect. You see these two circles which are in drawing layer is now dimmed. And when I am bringing my cursor on these two circles, a lock symbol is showing. If I try to select by mouse click, then pressing delete key or erase tool here, they are not erasable. If I try to trim, clicking on it, but I cannot trim them. So after locking a layer, we cannot do any type of editing. Let us now draw something in this layer. Going to circle tool, click. You see the circle is now glowing enough. Click, but as soon as it is drawn, it is dimmed. Its color is fade. This means this circle is in a locked layer. Another rectangle I am going to draw here. You see the color of the rectangle is deep yellow. Clicking. Now as soon as it is drawn, it has become dimmed. Its color is fade and lock symbol is coming on these two objects. So they are in a locked layer and we cannot edit, we cannot trim or delete them. So if we lock a layer, we can add objects to it, but we cannot delete or edit anything from it. Now I am going to the second option, that is freeze. Here I am going to apply this button on dimension layer, clicking on it, freeze button. It is sun like, the picture is like sun. I am going to click on it, click, and you see all the dimensions are hidden. Let us try to get inside the dimension layer, click. You see the message is coming. The selected layer cannot be made the current layer. So we cannot enter any layer which is freezed. Now I am going to layer properties tool, clicking here. The fourth option is plot. Here you see a printer symbol. So I am going to switch off this plot option against centerline layer, and for that I am clicking on this printer symbol. Click. You can see a red point is showing on the printer symbol. Now let us check what happened. First I am going to unfreeze this dimension layer and unlock this drawing layer and turn on all the layers. Now I am going to print, and for that I am going to plot button here in the quick access toolbar, clicking here and continue to plot a single sheet. Here are some options. From here I am going to select the printer. I will print as PDF, so I am selecting this Microsoft Print to PDF. Then you see A4 page size is automatically selected. Now I am going to click here, center the plot, and in display here I am going to select the window option, and now I am going to create a window like creating a rectangle, clicking on the opposite corner, click, and here I will select AutoCAD.ctb for color print. Okay. Now I am going to see the preview. Click. And here you see the center lines are not visible because they will not be printed, as we have select the option not to print in the layer toolbar, escape button, and cancel here. Now I am going to layer properties, click here, and here you see in the center line layer the printer is red. I am clicking it again, so it will be plottable. Now I am going again to plot it. So plot button here in the quick access toolbar, continue. From here I am selecting PDF. It is A4 here, center the plot. It is AutoCAD.ctb for color print, and I can select here landscape. Then going to here and taking window, and I am going to select this portion. Click. Now I am going to see the preview. If I click OK, it will be printed as PDF, but I do not want. I want to see the preview only. Clicking on preview. You see here the center lines are showing. That means if we print, the center lines will be printed now, because we have removed the option of not plotting the center line layer, and that's why it is showing here in the print preview. Going to layer properties here again. Now I am going to the layer properties. Now I am going to delete a layer. For that, what I have to do, I have to select the layer first, then click on this button, delete layer. But if the layer having some objects in it, it will not be deleted. I am showing you, clicking here, delete layer button, click, and you see message is coming. The selected layer was not deleted because it was containing some object. Now I am going to create a new layer. Click. So layer 1 is created. I am clicking outside. So layer 1 name is taken and it is selected. So I am going to delete this layer. Clicking here. Click. You see the layer 1 is deleted. To rename a layer, we have to right click over it, and here you will get rename layer option. Delete layer option is also available here. Selecting rename, then suppose I am typing center and then clicking outside, so the layer is renamed. Sometimes these names will not be properly visible, so right click on this bar and here maximize all columns option we have to take, click, then all the names will be visible properly. From the status column, I can activate or make current any layer. For that I have to double click on that layer. Suppose I want to activate the dimension layer or make it current, so double click on it. You see a right tick mark has came here and it is now current layer, and here you see dimension layer is current now. We can also make any layer current from this list. Selecting from this list, click, so center line layer is selected, it is current layer now. Next, I am going to show you how to assign layer, because here we were trying to create layer. Still now we have drawn after creating some layers, and we enter one layer and draw something inside that, then come out of that layer and enter in another layer. In this way we carried on our drawing, but now here we see some drawings are already drawn and we have to assign layer to them. For that I am going to create some more layers. Here clicking on the layer properties, new layer. Suppose here I am going to give name furniture, then another layer wall, then another layer window, next layer will be door. For door I am going to give color this one, and for window I am going to give color blue. For wall I am going to give color this one, and for furniture I am to give a color this one. Okay, now we will assign layer to all those drawings. For that I am going to select the furniture. It is bed, I am selecting it, and it is a table, and here also a table chair set. I have selected all the furnitures. Then I am going to here on the layer toolbar and select the furniture layer here. Then I have to press escape button. So these layers are now in furniture layer. Next I am going to select these dimensions and going to select here the dimension layer. Click, you see color is changed, so they are now inside dimension layer. Now I am going to select the window part. It is already blue color. Still I am selecting, and from here I am selecting window, so they are now inside window layer. Next, door. Suppose I have selected a door, and from here I have selected the layer door, then pressing escape. Now I want to add the other doors. For that we have a tool here. We can use match layer. For that I have to click on it. Then we have to select the objects which we want to insert or assign layer. So I am selecting these two door, then pressing enter, and now I have to select the destination layer. For that I am selecting an object which is in that destination layer, selecting this door, click, and you see all the doors are in door layer. We can understand that color is changed. Now I am going to select a wall here and going to assign wall layer to it. Again I am going to select match layer option, selecting all these walls. So I have selected all the walls and then pressing enter to complete selection, and now I have to select an object which belongs to the destination layer. So I am selecting this layer which is already in the wall layer, click, and you see all are in the wall layer. By mistake I have inserted this dimension also in the wall layer, so I am selecting it and selecting dimension layer here, so it is assigned dimension layer. In this way we have to create a layer named text and we have to put all the text inside that layer. Now I am going to another drawing file, globe valve. Here you see all the objects are drawn already with color. Still I want to assign layer to all these objects, but it will be difficult for us to select. Here in this globe valve file we have already created some layers: boundary, center line, dimension, hatch line, text. But there are so many things which are difficult to select one by one. For that I will use a special tool named filter. I am typing filter, Filter, then pressing enter. Now this dialog box has came. From this select filter option, I am showing you here, from this select filter option we have to select the type of object which I want to select. I am first going to select dimension. I am selecting dimension. Here it is, dimension, click. So I have selected dimension as filter option. Then I have to click on this add to list. So I am clicking on add to list, click, and you see here in the list dimension option appeared. Then I have to click apply button here, click. Now I have to select the whole file objects, click here and pressing enter. You see all the dimensions are selected but other objects are not selected. Now I am going to layer toolbar here, click, and selecting the dimension layer, click, and then pressing escape. So they are assigned dimension layer. For understanding it well, I am going to switch up the dimension layer, click. Now you see all the dimensions are not visible. Some dimensions lines are left. I think they are exploded somehow. So if I select them one by one and assign them dimension layer, they will be inside dimension layer. I am going to select the dimension layer, click. Okay, so all the dimensions are inside dimension layer. Now again I am going to use filter tool. I am right clicking and from here taking filter tool, again deleting the first option and going to select line type. Here it is line type. I have to select line type, click. Now at the right hand side of line type, clicking on select button, then here line types will be shown. From this list I am taking center, then OK. Then add to list, click. So center line type is taken, and then apply button I have to click. Going to select the whole document, then pressing enter. You see all the center lines are selected. So here from list I am going to select the center line layer, click, and then pressing escape button. Again switching off center line layer. So you see all center lines I have chosen. Next I want to assign layer to the texts. For that I am going to right click, and from recent input I am going to filter tool again, deleting the first one, and here I am selecting text, going to text option. Here it is text. They are arranged, these options are arranged alphabetically. So selecting text, then add to list button I have to click and apply. Selecting the whole document and pressing enter. You see all the text are selected automatically, and then I have to select the layer text. Here you see the text layer is assigned green color. If I select it, all the text have got the color of the layer. Then I pressing escape, and to see the effect I am switching off text layer. In this way we can apply, in this way we can assign layer to a complex drawing parts. Dear viewers, today's video is going to be more lengthy. You know, the layer is a big chapter and it will take half an hour more, I think. So I am taking a break and finishing this video up to this and giving name to this video, part 14a, and the next part I am going to give a name, part 14b. There I will start just from here, and please keep patience. Thank you for watching. Please like, share and subscribe my channel. See you soon. Goodbye.